Morning, Leon. How you doing?
Good.
I just want to ask you about the getting here, the journey that you guys have taken to get here, and also wanted to ask you about how you feel at this point, and personally yourself, how you feel about your game here in the final.
I mean, it's obviously been up and down year, but for the most part, up after a tough start, of course, and I think we've shown that we're a very resilient group, and we're good with the backs against the wall. So obviously, we like being in these situations. We've done it a lot this year, and feel very comfortable in it. Myself, obviously not happy with the way I'm playing. Haven't found my game. Haven't found my legs, and just not the standard that I hold myself to, obviously. But excited to come into the series tonight.
We'll stay in that same row, Jason.
Zach, I know confidence is such a big thing for personal players. Is it for the power play at the same time? Do you feel like once you guys scored, do you sense a difference on your power play like we saw last series against Dallas?
Yeah, it's nice for it to go in, obviously. I think it works twofold. When you're scoring and you're playing in a series against a team, you're gaining confidence, and then the penalty kill, obviously, when you get scored on, it's just, you obviously feel it a little bit, right? So it works on both ends. You're maybe not as aggressive as you once were because, you're afraid you're going to get stung again. So, but I think as you go later in the series, it favors power plays more because you kind of are trying to figure out what to do, right? And the penalty kill has to adjust to the power play now.
Left side, first row, Ryan.
Leon, do you feel that with the push that they had late in that game to try and tie it, and obviously you guys withstood it, but do you feel like there's another level you guys need to find, to maybe be the ones pushing and not necessarily just hanging on?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you watch the whole playoffs, though, it's really, really hard when a team is trying to tie a game up to keep pushing. Like every team in the dressing room on the bench says the same things. We got to keep playing forward and keep pushing and keep pressing. It's really, really hard to do when a team is trying to tie the game up. That's no different than us in Game 3. We were pushing and they were just kind of hanging on, right? So, but in terms of overall game, I definitely think that they're gonna push tonight, and we have to make sure that we push harder and obviously come out desperate and bring our best game.
Left side, third row, Greg.
There we go. Hey, Leon. When you say you haven't been able to get to your game yet, what are the factors behind that for you? I mean, is it what the Panthers are doing? Is it a variety of different line mates in these games? Like, what are the things contributing to that?
No, it has nothing to do with either of those. It's me. I've always been able to come back from stretches where, I maybe haven't been at my best, and it's just myself. Being better, and like I said, I hold myself to extremely high standards, and if I don't get to that, obviously, I'm not happy with it. So, like I said, very excited to come into it tonight.
Left side, second row, Mark.
Yeah, Zach. There's sort of a feeling around a lot of the press and a lot of the people around the league and stuff that you guys are coming home to this great crowd. It's going to be such a wild atmosphere. The Panthers don't have a chance against the entire city of Edmonton, all that stuff. Is there a bit of a trap for you guys? Is there a bit of something that could catch you unaware with the fact that, it's still a hockey game no matter who's cheering for what?
No, I think our mindset hasn't changed. I think our belief hasn't changed. I think the narrative's changed. I think that's kind of an outside perspective where you're down 3-0 and the belief inside the room is we can do this, but the belief outside the room is these guys are done. And then obviously you win a game, and then the belief outside the room grows, and you win another game, and it's like, well, they can't lose at home now, right? That's the outside belief, right? But I think internally, it's excitement. It's excitement that you've won 2 games and you have an opportunity to win a game at home in your last game of the season at home, right? No matter what, it's the last game at home. So it's an excitement amongst the group, and it's just an internal belief that has remained steadfast from when we were down 3-0.
We'll take 3 more. Left side, second row, Tony.
Morning, Zach. Of course, speaking to the author himself, I'd like to get your opinion on how this team has been able to flip the script in terms of being renowned for its power play, but now in the playoffs, it's really arguably through the penalty kill where the strength lies. Can you maybe talk about the characteristics your teams had to demonstrate in order to kind of flip that?
I think it's probably a long time coming. Like even since before I was here, the Oilers have always been known for scoring, and that comes with the power play. And I think for us to have gotten to this point, we've needed to kind of flip our mindset with regards to defending, and a big part of that is the penalty kill, and a big part of that is Mark Stewart and Chris coming in and kind of establishing pairs on the penalty kill and really giving those guys confidence to go out and do the job. And the penalty kill obviously has been phenomenal, probably more so than anybody thought that it could. So credit to them, but I think it's also the mindset of defending and being able to defend a lead. And I think multiple times in the playoffs, we've been up, 1 or 2 or even 3 goals going into the third, and we've been able to hold on and find a way to stick with it. So I think that comes with the mindset of just being able to defend.
Right side, fifth row, David.
Hey guys, this could be for either of you. You're both, well aware of the history of the sport. When you think about where you've come, and I know it's only halfway there, but the opportunity in front of you guys, not just to win a Stanley Cup, but to have this historic comeback, how much do you allow yourself to, whether that motivates you or something, just to think about how cool that would be to kind of etch your name, not just the Stanley Cup winners, but in this fashion?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all human, and of course you think about it, but we're still in no position to, make that a priority, right? We're one game at a time still. We got to win a game at home tonight and, get this thing back to Florida, and then it's a one-game series. So, of course you think about it, but you're, I don't know how to say it. I guess your focus is on this one game tonight and not what's going to happen, in 4 or 5 days from now.
Last one, right side, second row, Pierre.
Question for Zach. Could you bring us behind the curtain a little? After you lose Game 3, the room took a while to open to us. Can you tell us, to some degree, what was said after the game the next day? What would have been the central message you feel as a group that you kept reinforcing within each other?
I think the message has been it's been hard all year. Like, I think it's almost fitting that we're in that spot, not to sulk on it. I think looking at the series, we thought that after those 3 games, we deserved better than to be down 3-0, but there are no moral victories in hockey. We were in this situation that we were in. But if there was ever a team that could crawl out of it, we believed that it could be us. Just the way that the season's gone, the way that we've played while facing adversity, the way we've played while facing elimination, we just feel that we can do it. And that was the belief when we were down 3-0, and it's still the belief now down 3-2. So, if there's any group that can do it, it's this group.